Hi folks, back again, more work on the Defender. So tonight's work, or what we're going to try and do, is going to try and press these bushes into the trailing arms. I've got two of those to do. I need to remove what's left of that bush out of the airframe bracket, and I've got two bushes to push into them, which are those ones, with the extra sleeve inside. I've also got the suspension arms, suspension arms for the rear shocks, which are cabbage. Nothing wrong with that one, but I bought a pair, I'm going to change them both while I'm on and start again, try and refit this rear axle. I've also got the bolts and nylock nuts to fit those, to then refit the trailing arms to the axle and then attach it to the chassis. So I'm going to try and get on with that and see how far I get, see if I can get the rear axle attached and finished, apart from obviously brake pipes and such. But I'll just show you how far I get tonight. If I do manage to get all of that done, which I very much doubt because I never seem to go to plan, I'll then start stripping that front axle. So. Right, well that's part A done. So I've got those changed, both sides, fitted the shocks. The shocks are only temporary on at the moment. I need to get some weight in there so I can get the studs through on the bottom, so I can get the bush, then the washer, return washer, and then the nylock. At the moment I can't get it far enough up so that I can get a lock and key onto the bottom of the shock so that I can tighten the nylock up. But I'll get that sorted, that's not a problem. Just put it on a list so I make sure I don't forget. So the next thing I'm going to try and do is get the remaining bush out of the other half of the airframe so I can spray that up, clean it up, and try and press the new bushes into the trailing arms. So I'll get on with that now. Right folks, this is the one of the trailing arms. I've done one just so as not to completely embarrass myself. And I'm going to pull the new bush here into this using this bearing bush puller, whatever you call it. Bought it off eBay for the price of some. It was about 70 quid, but it's got everything you need. It's got these fancy nuts that have these bearing washers in that take all of the stress out of the threads and put them into the washers and the nuts so they don't just strip the threads. So hopefully I'll be able to show you this happening with a bit of luck, and not make a mess of it. Great start, didn't want to go in straight. Sometimes I don't, so I'll just try and get it tightened back up onto the bearing race. As you can see, the majority of it's already in. Just need to draw the rest in. So what I'll do is I'll slacken it off this side and this side and slide some of it through, so I can basically get more thread into the socket as I go through. Pretty much there now, so at the end of the world. I'd like to say it didn't go as smoothly as the first time when I just pulled it straight in, but that would be an absolute lie because it was a pain in the ass. But that's why I thought I'd do one before I actually videoed one. Well, it's trial and error. I try not to be as ham-fisted as I normally am. And hopefully this will draw it the rest of the way in. It's about 3 mil from getting home now, and that's all I want to do is just get it in and then show you. Talk about industrial white finger. Wow, I'm toasty. Wow. So there you go. That's the new bush pulled in. That's the safest way to do it instead of doing it in one of them bloody presses, which is that thing there, which I tried to the last time. There was a big bang and then things started flying through the air while I shut my eyes and hoped they didn't get hurt. So that's the reason that I bought this kit. And as you can see, yeah, it's a little bit noisy, but it's the best way to do it. Anyway, I'll get on with something else. Right, so that's the bushes back in the trailing arms. The The bolts anchoring to the axle need tightening up. We'll get around to that tomorrow because I've still got to tighten the bottoms of the shocks on. I'll say tomorrow for me. It'll probably be minutes for you because I'm going to come up tomorrow night for just for an hour, try and get those knocked off, and that's the rear axle secured. So what I've done is I've put new bushes in the trailing arms. I've put new bushes from the trailing arms to the chassis and all new bolts, so they're all in. Obviously shocks and springs, Bilstein shocks, E-back springs made for twisted, so they're on. I've put new bearings, checked all the shafts, and new discs, upgraded discs, new dust shields, calipers off a 2016 that have basically turned, done about 30 miles on them. So I've used those, managed to get them 50 quid a corner from Twisted, so quite happy with them. So that's pretty much the rear end axle wise. I've got to put some oil in it obviously, and I've got the brake lines to go in and the breather point, which I'll do that probably over the next week or so. Next time I get a full evening at it, I think. So the only thing I've got left to do tonight is I've got the marrow to this to knock the rest of the bush out. So I'm going to give half an hour trying to beat the living shite out of that to get it out if I can. Happy days, I'll spray that black, and then it's ready for when I come back up. I can press the bearings into them, the bushes into them, and then they can go back on. So it's just another job done to be quite pleased about. I've also got the bump stops to put on, which is, I would say a 5-minute job, but it's not. It's about 20 minutes a piece, just to make sure they're on and secure. Excuse me. So I'll do that. So hopefully everything will be right with that. I'll get it done. So that's the end of it tonight for me. I probably won't upload this as a video on its own. In fact, now bollocks I will. So this is the end of the video, so I'll put this on probably tonight. And then I'll see how much I get done tomorrow, and either that'll be saved for the next video or I'll put another one on tomorrow night. But again, thanks for watching my ham-fisted attempt at putting a battered old 90 back on the road. I'm quite pleased with the chassis as it's going now. Very pleased with it actually. There's no rust. It's been rapted all over. As you've seen, it's been shot blasted, it's been red leaded, it's been galvy sprayed, it's had an etch and primer on it, then it's been rapted. It's going to be landing guarded inside. It'll last another 30 years, no doubt. So I'm quite pleased with that. Really wanted to return the existing chassis. The other thing I've got to do then is the front axle, which will be a mission on itself, but hopefully in the next one I'll finish off up here with the rear axle, touch up paint where I've knocked bits and bobs off, put the A-frame back on, breather pipe, brake pipe, put some oil in the diff. Happy days. And then on to the next one. Like I said, please give us a like and a thumbs up. If you don't mind, give us a share. Thanks very much. Ciao.